So I could find my be cheat on me. Okay. She wanna have fun with the boss.
KGPL calling car 11K, 11K.
11K, go ahead.
11K, the last known address of suspect Herbert Chapman.
What's the like? And when she's like, I don't use YouTube. Like, doesn't make like one. And I haven't like that didn't really make me happy. Like that she don't want to support me. Like and it also makes me upset was when she said like, oh, boss up with her. One is super tall. Like that got me upset. Like the fuck is like. Don't forget Leonte would do way out Leonte guys.
Don't forget like and subscribe if you are new to my YouTube channel. Don't forget like and subscribe if you are new to my YouTube channel.
650 North Kingsley Drive in Wilshire.
Roger that, KGPL. 11K en route.
Let's go pick him up.
650 North Kingsley Drive.
You fought at Sugarloaf, didn't you?
I did. But I don't like to talk about it.
You come across a guy called Jack Kelso out that way?
You know Jack Kelso?
He's an insurance investigator over at California Fire and Life. Our paths cross from time to time.
You know Jack Kelso?
He's an insurance investigator over at California Fire and Life. Our paths cross from time to time. For some reason, seeing you makes me think of him.
Has, Jack spoken to you about his experiences on Sugarloaf? Or the rest of the campaign?
Jack keeps stum just like you do. I know what it feels like to get back from conflict. You gotta respect that. Keep going through the turn. Hang a left up there. No need to turn yet. Keep going through the turn. No turn here, Cole. Keep going through the turn. Can you go right at the next corner? No turn here, Cole. Can you go right at the next corner? No turn here, Cole. Next corner, go left. Right up ahead. At least we'll know where we've been if we try to retrace our steps. Up ahead, take a right. At the next turn, take a right. Right up ahead. Left up ahead. Left up ahead. Can you go right at the next corner?
We're looking for Herbert Chapman.
I'm looking for him too. I need him to move his car so I can mow the lawn.
He's definitely not here.
I've been banging on his door off and on for a couple of hours. Yeah, he's out somewhere. There's some kind of problem.
Let's take a look at the car.
Let's see what he's hauling around. Motive, opportunity, and hard evidence. We should revise the APB. He's clearly armed. Definitely gives him opportunity.
Hold it, Cole. There he is. It's Chapman. He's coming out of the laundromat. Shit. He's seen us.
Cops. Again.
Son of a bitch. He must have caught the trolley. We gotta move fast, Cole. I'll call this in. Get some cars dispatched. Car 11K calling KGPL.
Go ahead, 11K.
11K requesting assistance. In pursuit of suspect aboard the 1110 University streetcar. Currently heading east on Melrose Avenue. Advise all units. Suspect is in control of car and driving dangerously.
Roger, 11K. All units, officers need assistance on Melrose Avenue. A suspect aboard the 1110 University streetcar headed eastbound. Approach with caution. Suspect is in control of the streetcar and driving dangerously. Units to handle code 3 identified.
Stay on his ass, Cole. Don't lose him. See if he can damage one of the wheels. Might act like a brake and slow the thing down. Look, Cole, the side... End of the line, you little prick. Come on, Cole. Looks like we have our man, Cole. Well done.
I'm not so sure. Chapman seemed to have his own agenda. There seems to be more to this than a personal vendetta.
What are you talking about?
The fires benefit Elysian in some way. I don't see Chapman and Monroe working together.
You have a point. The evidence is good for Chapman. It's hard to be worrying about his side of the story when he's blasting away with that big 45.
What the hell kind of desk do you think I'm running here, Phelps? You think you can waltz around this city starting riots, harassing pillars of the community, and wantonly destroying the property of the LA Transit Authority? I don't care if you're not happy slumming it in this squad. You either get yourself squared away or hand in your goddamn badge. You're on street duty until further notice. Get out of my sight!
What is it?
A letter from Lou. His insurance policy named me beneficiary.
California Fire and Life. You work for Elysian?
The roof that he was working on collapsed.
It's a very generous settlement. Elsa, I'd like you to do something for me. I think there's something dirty about Elysian Fields.
What has that got to do with Lou?
I want you to reject this settlement. I want you to go and see an investigator named Jack Kelso and ask him to make some inquiries about Lou's case.
Isn't this police work?
Do you want to find out what happened to Lou?
Why would he help this Kelso?
Jack won't be able to help himself if he smells a rat.
He is a friend of yours?
He hates my guts. Elsa, you take this money and let them get away with it, or we could get Jack's help and do something about it.
Why not be honest with this man, Cole? He deserves your honesty if you want his help.
Believe me, Elsa, I'd like to level with him. I really would, but it's too late. Years too late.
Mr. Kelso?
That's what the sign on the door says, miss.
Mr. Kelso?
The sign on the door says, miss. There's no need to come into the office, Miss Lichtman. If you accept the settlement, all you need to do is sign here.
I don't accept the
What do you mean you don't accept? I think you're pushing your luck, lady. This seems to be a ridiculously generous settlement. A $200 policy with a $20,000 payout? You should...
I don't want the money.
What do you mean you don't want the money?
I want you to investigate this case. I feel my friend may have been the victim of foul play.
Okay. Let me get the case filed.
There's got to be more in these files. There's got to be more in these files.
Sounds like your friend took a hell of a fall. I'm sorry for your loss. Sounds like your friend took a hell of a fall. I'm sorry for your loss. Do you mind if I ask you a couple of questions?
Of course not.
What basis do you have for your claim of foul play?
Lou Buckwalter was a craftsman. I don't believe he would have made a roof that would collapse.
What are you talking about, Ms. Lichtman? This was an industrial accident.
How do you know that?
Because it says right here in black and white.
Do you believe everything that you read, Mr. Kelso?
You and Buckwalter weren't married?
No.
Then how did you become his beneficiary?
We were family friends.
You expect me to reopen this case because you come in here walking that walk? Well, I'm not buying it. I think you should tell me what the hell is going on.
Do you really want to know?
Yes.
We were interned together on Ellis Island. Resident alien Germans whose parents had been killed by Nazis. Do you see the irony in that, Mr. Kelso? We spent 4 years there.
So the roof collapsed, accidents happen. What exactly are you trying to achieve here, Miss Lichtman?
Exactly what I said. I want that building thoroughly investigated.
I'm intrigued, Miss Lichtman. I really am. But you're going to have to give me something if you want me to get involved in this.
There is a conspiracy surrounding Elysian Fields and the new houses they are building. I believe your insurance company is involved.
That's pretty heady stuff, Miss Lichtman. Flimsy, but heady.
I've told you what I know, Mr. Kelso. What are you going to do about it?
All right, Miss Lichtman. One final question.
Yes.
What's your address?
Is that usual?
Is there anything usual about this case, Miss Lichtman?
The address is on the letter. Mr. Kelso.
The address, but not the phone number.
Mr. Benson would like to see you in his office, Jack. Upstairs. Come on, I'll walk you up. Mr. Benson would like to see you in his office, Jack. Upstairs. Come on, I'll walk you up.
You'll never find out.
Mr. Benson, you wanted to see me?
Ah, yes, Jack. I'm just trying out a new putter. I noticed Elsa Lickman in the lobby.
It's the weirdest thing, Mr. Benson.
Call me Curtis, Jack. This is California.
Like I said, Curtis, this is a very strange case.
How so, Jack?
That lady, Elsa Lichtman, is refusing a 20 grand payout.
Elsa Lickman is hardly a lady, Jack. She's a jazz musician. Plays at the Blue Room in Hollywood. She has a fine pair of lungs, now that I think
She's
of
the
it.
beneficiary of this guy, Lou Buckwalter. He was killed in an industrial accident working for Elysian Fields Developments. You know Elysian?
I'm familiar with Leland Monroe. We move in similar circles.
Well, Miss Lichtman is making some pretty serious accusations. She says the case stinks and that
She's a
something
very
happened.
highly strung girl, Jack. Strung out might be a better way to put it.
It's a pretty generous payment, Curtis. I think I should look into it.
Is there anything wrong with the paperwork, Kelso?
No, there isn't, Mr. Benson.
I didn't think so. Pay the case out and get her off our backs.
I can't make her take the money,
Deal
sir.
with it, Jack. Do your fucking job. Do I have to do everything?
No, sir, you don't.
Fine, Jack. Fine. You know I have the greatest confidence in you.
Thanks, Mr. Benson.
Your car, Mr. Kelso?
Well, I'm not so sure.
Thanks, kid.
Hey! I've got a job to do. Control your car. Control your car.
That's not how my pop taught me to mix it. Someone is cutting corners. That's not how my pop taught me to mix it. Someone is cutting corners. That's not how my pop taught me to mix it. Someone is cutting corners. Bulldozing and starting again. Bulldozing and starting again. Leland Monroe, the man with the grin. Looks like he doesn't like to be disappointed. Leland Monroe, the man with the grin. Looks like he doesn't like to be disappointed. Leland Monroe, the man with the grin. Looks like he doesn't like to be disappointed.
Hey, you just can't be walking around down here.
I'm Jack Kelso, from California Fire and Life.
I don't care if you're from the Vatican. Buzz off.
I'm investigating the accidental death of a Lou Buckwalter, and...
You deaf? Do I have to beat on you?
Looks like you do.
You're a real ass.
I came to see the house where Lou Buckwalter died. You were just about to offer to show me the way.
It's out the gate and 3 houses down on the left. Don't know what you're looking for, smart guy. There's nothing there.
Then I'll poke around in the rubble.
Fine. As long as you're out of my sight.
There's nothing there. Then I'll poke around in the rubble.
Fine. As long as you're out of my sight.
The place falls down, and then they bulldoze it. What gives here? The place falls down, and then they bulldoze it. What gives here? The place falls down, and then they bulldoze it. What gives here?
Sam's taking me out of the phone.
Mission.
Let's try to piece this together. That's not right.
Let's try to piece this together. That's not right.
They don't quite fit.
Keystone Films? Who gets their lumber from a film studio? Jack Kelso, California Fire and Life investigator. I need an address on the Keystone Film Company.
The address is 658 North Wilton Place. Is there anything else?
No, thank you, ma'am.
Okay, guys, want to take a break, guys? I'll show it to you in a little bit. So I'll get some eat, and then we're gonna like. I got back. Oh, it's actually full lights already? Full lights, but no one, like... no one's stream. No one in the chat. Oh, yeah, full lights. Hey. I got 4 likes. I got 5 likes and like no
Hi,
one
Mac.
chat.
I work for California Fire and Life. I'm looking into an industrial accident.
I don't know.
Here? No, not here. At a housing development over on Normandy Avenue. So? I found some lumber over there, had the Keystone name printed on it.
We've been closed since 41. Never quite made the transition to talkies. The Suburban Redevelopment Fund are pulling the place
Like
down.
noise in my chat.
Know anything about the Suburban Redevelopment Fund?
Nix.
Mind if I take a look around?
Yeah, like
I'm kind of hungry.
Yeah.
If someone was to leave a couple of bucks
That should
here,
be private.
I might wander down the street.
Like, why would you
get a
post that
cup of
on
coffee.
video?
Is there a key to the gate?
That should
No.
be on YouTube.
The only guys who go in or out are some delivery guys from Elysian
I think
Fields.
my girlfriend's chin on.
They're working on a housing development over at Wilton and Santa Monica. You'll have
Because
to
she
hop
said
it.
that her boss wanted to have, you know what? Has to have, you know what? And she might have done with another guy. You want to say, you know, yeah, there's another. If her boss asked for that, maybe she did say, look, at other party. Yeah. That's good for a while.
There's a clamor for public. God damn it, Ray. Public housing is tantamount to communism. That's why we vote this guy. Red's by the back door. You can't have
In a great day for the future of Los Angeles, civic leaders and businessmen joined forces to launch the Suburban Redevelopment Fund. The Suburban Redevelopment Fund pledges to speed up housing development for returning GIs.
Gentlemen, this is Dr. Harlan Fontaine. He's our latest investor in the Suburban Redevelopment. Doctor, this is Curtis
So I dated
Benson,
one
Vice
girl,
President of
and
the
like
California Fire
she was like
Pleased to meet you, Doctor.
18 or 20. She was like 14 pounds, like
Doctor, District Attorney Donald Sandler, and Police Chief Warren. Gentlemen, I am delighted to be in such exalted company.
You're making quite a name for yourself, Doctor, amongst the thespian fraternity.
I find that those of artistic temperament are often of a fragile mental disposition.
It's a short step from miscreant to recidivism, Doctor.
Very true. But I think we could all agree that the City of Angels does rather well basking in the reflection of the motion picture industry. Hear, hear. And it's something that every sucker getting off a train at Union Station wants a part of. Gentlemen, we're here to sell the American dream.
And he said no.
And
He said no.
Hollywood
Like,
is our greatest
I'm just asked that
advertiser.
you want. Well, I have a girlfriend that supports you, like, and they say, well, like, no, and you say, like, you don't want to be, you don't want your girlfriend to love you. Like, no, like, you should have a girlfriend then. Like,
public housing is tantamount to communism. Now, that's why we fought this goddamn war. I'm telling you, it's Reds via the back door.
You can't have it both ways, Leland. The new freeways are being built to service all your developments out in the boondocks. They're all being built with government money.
The GI Bill is government money.
are you his brother?
What difference?
Or cousin?
The GI money ends up in my pocket.
I hope you mean our pockets, Leland. We're all investors.
Poor Curtis.
So, when will the freeway bond be passed on?
It still has to be ratified. Takes a long time to raise $3 billion.
I need to find a game well or a telephone.
I text him like, fuck off.
In a great day for the future of Los Angeles, civic leaders and businessmen joined forces to launch the Suburban Redevelopment Fund. The Suburban Redevelopment Fund pledges to speed up housing development for returning GI.
Gentlemen, this is Dr. Harlan Fontaine.
The real should be
our
nearby.
latest investor in the Suburban Redevelopment Fund. Doctor, this is Curtis Benson. He's Vice President of the California Fire and Life.
Pleased to meet you, Doctor.
Ray Gordon, editor of the Times.
Yeah, it's like, why, I just say, like, why you, like,
Sandler and Police Chief Warren. Gentlemen,
like, I just, like,
I am delighted to
why
be
would you
such
post, like,
exalted company.
You're making quite a name for yourself, Doctor, amongst the thespian fraternity.
That's
I find
like
that
private.
those of artistic temperament are often of a fragile mental disposition.
It's a short step from miscreant to recidivism, Doctor.
Very true. But I think we could all agree that the City of Angels does rather well basking in the reflection of the motion picture industry.
It's like all like it's like you're having fun, like if you had a girlfriend and you're like making out with your girlfriend and she dancing to you, like you posting it on
Hollywood is our greatest advertiser.
So, how is your new development selling, Leland?
Cannot throw them up fast enough, Ray.
And that's part of the problem, Leland. Washington is receiving steady complaints. There's a clamor for public housing.
God damn it, Ray. Public housing is tantamount to communism. Now, that's why we fought this goddamn war. I'm telling you, it's Reds via the back door.
You can't have it both ways, Leland. The new freeways are being built to service all your developments out in the boondocks.
And you call me dumb, like I'm not dumb, like you call me dumb, you're a dumb ass for like posting a video on so I like I'm not kidding, I'm not kidding.
I hope you mean
Don't
our
call me a
pockets,
fucking kid.
Leland. We're all investors.
Don't call me a fucking kid, I'm like 33 years old. I think he's like 13. If I'm not, he's probably like 13. Yeah. Yeah, like she can call me a kid. I have more like.
Freeway bond be passed on.
It still has to be ratified. It takes a long time to raise $3 billion.
Yeah.
In a great day for the future of Los Angeles, civic leaders and businessmen joined forces to launch the Suburban Redevelopment Fund. The Suburban Redevelopment Fund pledges to speed up housing development for returning GI.
Gentlemen, this is Dr. Harlan Fontaine. He's our latest investor in the Suburban Redevelopment Fund. Doctor, this is Curtis Benson. He's Vice President of the California Fire and Life.
Pleased to meet you, Doctor.
Ray Gordon, editor of the Times.
Doctor.
District Attorney Donald Sandler and Police Chief Warren.
Gentlemen,
I am delighted to be in such exalted company.
You're making quite a name for yourself, Doctor, amongst the thespian fraternity.
I find that those
I was trying to bring Ava
artistic
as my
temperament
stream.
are often of a fragile mental disposition.
What's up, Wesley?
Short step from miscreant to recidivist.
Long time no see.
Very true. But I think we could all agree that the City of Angels does rather well.
I was trying to bring Ava this chat.
Motion picture industry.
And it's something that every sucker getting off a train at Union
I'm trying to bring Ava as they come to my stream.
We're here to sell the American dream, and Hollywood is our greatest advertiser. So, how is your new development selling, Leland?
Cannot throw them up fast enough, Ray.
And that's part of the problem, Leland. Washington is receiving steady complaints. There's a clamor for public health.
I take her like fuck off, like I kind of like fuck off.
Now that's why we fought this
Blocked it.
goddamn war. I'm telling you, it's Reds via the back door. You can't have it both ways, Leland.
Like no, I could. He's a. There's actually kids that they look over too.
New freeways are being built to service all your developments out in the boondocks. They're all being built with government money. The GI Bill is government money.
There's a difference.
What difference?
The GI money ends up in my pocket.
I hope you mean our pockets, Leland. We're all investors.
Poor Curtis. So, when will the freeway bond be passed on?
It still has to be ratified. It takes a long time to raise $3 billion.
I think he has like honestly.
In a great day for the future of Los Angeles, civic leaders and businessmen joined forces to launch the Suburban Redevelopment Fund. The Suburban Redevelopment Fund pledges to speed up housing development for returning GIs.
Gentlemen, this is Dr. Harlan Fontaine. He's our latest investor in the Suburban Redevelopment.
Way out.
Doctor, this is Curtis Benson. He's Vice President of the California Fire and Life. Pleased to meet you, Doctor.
New Netflix.
Operator, I'd be glad if you'd put me through to police dispatch.
Putting you through now.
This is Jack Kelso, investigator for California Fire and Life. Can you put me through to Curtis Benson, please?
Just a moment, please, Mr. Kelso.
This is Sergeant Farmer.
Jack!
Do you know anything about the Suburban Redevelopment Fund, Mr. Benson?
I've heard of them, Jack. Building new homes for GIs.
With green lumber that was used on movie sets.
Jack, are you working the Buckwalter case?
Mr. Benson, are you part of the Suburban Redevelopment Fund?
Jack, I want you to listen very clearly. Call Miss Lichtman. Call her as soon as you hang up. Arrange to see her tonight and get her to agree to the settlement. Do it tonight. Do you hear me?
Yes, sir.
End of story, Jack. I don't want to hear another word about Elsa Lichtman or you, Buckwalter. Yes, sir.
Can you put me through to Michigan 221?
Putting the call through.
Hello?
Ms. Lichtman, it's Jack Kelso.
Yes, Mr. Kelso.
I've been looking into your case.
Yes, and what have you found?
It doesn't look good. I need to see you.
Meet me at the Blue Room. I work there tonight. I take a break around 9.
I'll be waiting at the
stage door. We can talk then. Auf Wiedersehen, Mr. Kelso.
Thanks for your help. Thanks for your help.
And don't suppose I'll make a plea, 'cause baby, you know I'm guilty.
Ja, do not find my way, don't. Dude. You gotta think it's a prank call. Do you have evidence? But like, do you have evidence? Did they have fun? Did they stick together?
What were you doing with him?
But
I was doing what you asked.
I didn't ask you to meet him in an alleyway.
I mean, like, if you're not
Why
like
do you
listening.
snarl at me? Your friend came to ask me to accept the insurance.
He's not my friend, Elsa.
I think he's a brave man, and you have placed him in great danger. You've involved him in something, and he has no idea of the risk. Can you live
Especially
with
if it's
that?
online dating.
Elsa,
If it's
I
online
need his
dating.
help, and he hates my guts.
Forget the past, Cole. He deserves a chance to say no. If he helps you, let it be on his terms.
I'll go see him in the morning.
Like, do you have evidence of dating? Like, what's your evidence? Yeah, they want to switch their games now, guys.